Hello there and welcome to another tutorial with Beads Jar. I'm Natalia and today we were going to be making these flower power rings. Aren't they pretty? So they're very easy to make. We're going to be wire wrapping using some pearls in the center and our gorgeous acrylic flowers. So what are you going to need to make this project? Let's find out. So here are the components you're going to need to make our flower power rings. So I'm using 0.5 gold on copper wire. Now you can use 0.6, you can use up to 0.8. 0.5 is a very slender wire and it will misshapen as you wear it. So, you know, it's up to you in terms of what thickness of wire you want. It's a lot easier to work with it. That's why I like it. It's very soft, but it can move around when it's on your finger. We're using some of these acrylic flowers. They're pendants, but I'm going to use them as a ring centerpiece. Then I have some acrylic pearls, and these are 8mm white acrylic pearls. We've got a ring mandrel, which you will really need something that is the exact measurement of your finger that you want to create the ring for. So a mandrel is highly recommended for this project. And then we're going to use a pair of flush cutter wire cutters. So let's get started and make our flower power rings. So first of all, I have cut off a piece of the wire and I've got about 1/8 of a meter of wire. So you need a good old length of wire there. And I'm taking my 8mm acrylic pearl. I'm just going to thread that onto the center point of the wire. I'm going to take the ends of the wire up just to make sure it's right in the middle. So get those two to meet one another. And then I'm going to pinch the two pieces of wire together around the pearl. So you're going to get that absolutely spot on in the center. You don't want the wire to be coming up either side of the pearl. I'm just going to take my pliers and just twist the wire. Just be careful when you're twisting because you can break the wire if you twist too hard. And I want to part the wires there. Just make sure that that is together. And then I'm going to take so I've got my pearl on the end there. I'm going to take my wires down through the big hole in the center of my flower. These flowers come in all different colors, so I'm just using a green one here, but we have some amazing colors in the flowers. And then just align your pearl so you can't see the little bits of wire on either side, so you get that in the center there. I'm going to just twist the wire around the base of my flower just to make sure it stays put. And then you want to split your wire apart and take your ring mandrel. Now I have just made a pencil mark where I want the ring measurement to be. So this is the width of my finger that I'm going to wear this ring on. And you want to make the ring just slightly bigger because once you start wrapping the wire together, it shortens the ring shank, it makes it smaller. So if you go to exactly the right width of your finger when you're starting, you're going to make a ring that is a size smaller, which you don't want to do. So I'm taking my wire around the mandrel and I'm going to get it to just be slightly larger. So it's going to be there. Okay, that's my pencil mark, that's my finger width, and I'm taking it size bigger. And then I'm going to take my wires around twice on that side and around twice on that side. So we've got 4 shanks around the mandrel, and then just pull. So then I'm just going to take my wire around the outside of the ring just to secure it. Like that. I'm going to do the same on the other side, so it's going in the other direction underneath that ring centerpiece. I'm going to pull that tight. I'm going to take the ring off my mandrel so you can see that we've got those coils of wire. Now we want to rein those in because otherwise they're just going to flay apart like that. So I'm going to take my wire through the shank and then I'm going to wrap it around 3 times. Just taking my wire around. So this is the right hand sort of shoulder of the ring. Taking it through there. And then one more time in through the shank of the ring, like that. And then you can just, if you've got some flat nose or some chain nose pliers, just squeeze those little loops together so that they're all aligned really nicely. And then I'm just going to take my wire upwards because we want that out of the way, and then I'll show you how to finish off with that. So I'm going to do the same on the other side, the left hand side of the ring shank. I'm going to take my wire through the open part of the ring. And with the thing with wire is whichever direction it wants to go in, just allow it to go that way. If it's naturally coming in this direction, pull it that way. If it's naturally going that way, do that. Almost treat it like water flowing. Because if you start trying to fight against the natural current that the wire's going in, it will start to twist and kink. So just pulling that. And don't worry if your little circular ring is getting bent out of shape a little bit in the center. It goes a little bit wonky. We can always put it back on the mandrel and get it how we need it to be. The main part is to get the shoulders of the ring in place. So I'm just going to squeeze those little links together like that. I'm going to take that through one last time. And again, I'm just going to squeeze those links together. Now I'm going to place it onto the mandrel because this is a lot easier for me to work with. You can see I've got it just the right width for my finger. It's covering that pencil mark, which is exactly what I wanted. And then we're going to do with these excess pieces of wire that look like little arms that are sticking out. I'm going to take that first one on the left, and I'm going to turn this on its side so you can see. Wrapping it around the base of the flower a couple of times, and then take my chain nose pliers and just trim that wire off. And then I'm going to do the same with this other piece of wire. I'm just going to wrap it a couple of times around the base of the flower and then trim that wire too. And then what you can do is just make sure that you either pull the excess bits of wire or you can just trim them. So again, that needs trimming there. So I would get my magnifying lamp and I'd go in there and make sure that I'm really putting those wires in properly. I'd run my finger over it and make sure that it's not sticking out. And then one last placement on the mandrel just to get it perfectly straight. And then see if the ring fits. It does. And there you have it. There's our flower power ring. Now we have lots of other acrylic flower shapes to choose from. So we have these little rose shapes. And what I've done here is I've placed an 8/0 size Miyuki seed bead in gold. I've also got this other colour, the blue. And then you could use different coloured flowers, you could use different coloured centre acrylic pearls for that, but I'm sure you'll agree they are very, very powerful flowers, very colourful and very eye-catching. So I hope you've enjoyed our tutorial today, and I hope you've seen how quick and easy it is to make these beautiful flower power rings. They're perfect for springtime, lovely Mother's Day gifts. So if you want to find out how to get hold of the different things that you'll need for this project, just look in the show more section. You'll find links to our website. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel either so you don't miss out on any future tutorials, because we're going to have loads more coming up for you. So take care and bye for now.